Generative AI Explained. Have you ever tried to describe a dream? That fleeting, surreal image in your mind, a city made of glass or a forest where the trees sing? You try to paint it or write about it, but the translation from thought to reality is never quite perfect. Now, imagine a tool that could take that abstract idea, that simple description, and bring it to life in seconds. Not just find a picture of a glass city, but create a brand new one, exactly as you imagined it, down to the last shimmering reflection. This isn't a futuristic fantasy anymore. This is the power of generative AI, a technological leap so profound, it's not just changing the tools we use, it's fundamentally changing the nature of creation itself. To truly grasp its significance, we need to understand how it differs from the AI we've known for years. For decades, artificial intelligence has largely been, or what we call. Think of an AI that can identify spam in your email. It's been trained on millions of examples of spam and legitimate emails, learning to recognize the patterns that distinguish one from the other. It can look at a new email and classify it, saying, yes, this fits the pattern of spam, or no, this looks legitimate. It's incredibly powerful for sorting, analyzing, and predicting based on existing data. It's like a super-powered critic who can tell you with near certainty if a painting is a Picasso or a forgery. But here's the crucial difference. That critic can't paint a new Picasso. That's where generative AI enters the scene. Generative AI doesn't just analyze, it doesn't just classify, Instead of learning to simply recognize patterns, it learns the underlying structure of those patterns so deeply that it can generate entirely new, unique outputs that still adhere to the rules of the original data. It's the difference between recognizing a cat and being able to draw a photorealistic cat that has never existed. It's the difference between identifying a piece of music as classical and composing a brand new symphony in the style of Mozart. This technology is a creator, an artist, a composer, a writer, all powered by complex algorithms and vast amounts of data. So, how does it actually work? At the heart of most modern generative models are concepts like large language models, or LLMs for text, and diffusion models for images. Let's break that down. Imagine you wanted to teach an AI to write English. You wouldn't just give it a dictionary. You'd make it read a library, a colossal digital library containing a huge portion of the internet, books, articles, conversations, code. The AI, specifically a model built on something called the transformer architecture, doesn't memorize this text. Instead, it analyzes the relationships between words, the structure of sentences, the flow of ideas, the context, the nuance, the sentiment. It learns that king is to queen as man is to woman. It learns that a story needs a beginning, middle, and end. After processing trillions of words, it builds an incredibly complex statistical understanding of language. When you give it a prompt like, write a story about a brave knight, it doesn't search for a story about a knight. It starts generating words, one by one, each time predicting the most probable and contextually appropriate next word to create a coherent, original narrative. Image generation works on a similarly fascinating principle. A diffusion model, for example, is trained by taking millions of clear images and systematically adding noise, random visual static, until the image is completely unrecognizable. It does this over and over, learning exactly how to reverse the process. It becomes an expert. So, when you give it a prompt like a majestic lion wearing a crown sitting on a throne on Mars, the AI starts with a field of pure random noise and, guided by your words, begins to sculpt that noise, removing the chaos and shaping it, step by step, into the image you described. It's like a sculptor seeing a figure in a block of marble and chipping away everything that isn't the final statue. The reason this revolution is happening right now is due to a perfect storm of three key factors. First, the explosion of data. The internet has provided the massive digital libraries these models need to learn from. Second, a surge in computational power. The development of specialized processors, particularly GPUs, allows us to perform the trillions of calculations needed to train these gigantic models in a feasible amount of time. Training a model like GPT-4 would have been computationally impossible just a decade or two ago. And third, algorithmic breakthroughs. The invention of architectures like the aforementioned transformer in 2017 was a watershed moment, providing a much more effective way for models to understand context and relationships in data. It's this convergence of data, power, and ingenuity that has unlocked the door to this new era. We've moved from clunky, incoherent text and blurry, abstract images to AI that can write nuanced poetry, generate flawless code, and create art that is indistinguishable from human photography. This isn't just an incremental improvement, it's a phase shift in our relationship with technology, turning us from passive consumers into active directors of digital creation. Block 2. AI creation examples. So we've pulled back the curtain on the theory, the how behind this technological magic. But the real story, the part that's reshaping our world in real time, is the what. What can this technology actually? The applications are exploding across every conceivable field, moving from theoretical experiments to indispensable tools with breathtaking speed. Let's start with the most familiar, text. We've all heard of ChatGPT, but its capabilities go far beyond simply answering questions. Large language models are becoming the ultimate creative and professional co-pilots. For a software developer, an AI like GitHub Copilot can suggest entire blocks of code in real time, turning a complex function that might have taken an hour to write into a task of mere minutes. It can debug, translate code between languages, and even explain what a complex section of legacy code does. This dramatically accelerates development cycles and allows programmers to focus on higher-level architectural problems rather than tedious syntax. In the world of marketing and business, these models are content-generating powerhouses. They can draft dozens of ad variations for A/B testing, write compelling product descriptions, generate social media posts tailored to different platforms, and even create entire blog posts or articles on a given topic, complete with research and citations. A small business owner can now have the output of an entire marketing team at their fingertips. For students and researchers, AI can summarize dense academic papers, explain complex topics in simple terms, and help organize thoughts for an essay. It's a tireless research assistant available 24/7. And of course, in the realm of pure creativity, it's a boundless wellspring of inspiration. It can write poetry in the style of Shakespeare, draft a screenplay for a sci-fi thriller, or help a novelist overcome writer's block by generating plot twists and character dialogue. The written word, the foundation of human communication, is now a medium we can sculpt and generate in partnership with an intelligent machine. But perhaps the most visually stunning and widely shared examples of generative AI come from the world of images. Tools like Midjourney, DALL-E 3, and Stable Diffusion have democratized visual art in a way we've never seen before. A person with no artistic training can now create breathtaking, professional-quality images with nothing more than a few lines of text. An architect can instantly visualize a building design by typing a sustainable skyscraper inspired by a twisting baobab tree, photorealistic golden hour lighting. A game designer can generate hundreds of concept art ideas for characters, environments, and creatures in a single afternoon. A fashion designer can create entire collections of clothing on virtual models to test new styles before a single thread is sewn. This isn't just about making pretty pictures, it's about radically accelerating the process of ideation and visualization. The feedback loop between idea and visual representation has been compressed from days or weeks to mere seconds. This technology is being used to design logos, create storyboards for films, generate realistic product mock-ups for e-commerce sites, and even create medical illustrations to help explain complex procedures to patients. The creative wave doesn't stop at static images. We are now entering the era of generative video and audio. AI models can compose original, royalty-free music in any genre you can imagine. Need a tense orchestral score for your short film? Or an upbeat lo-fi track for your study stream? You can generate it on demand. The technology of voice synthesis has also reached an incredible level of realism. AI can clone a voice from just a few seconds of audio, allowing for hyper-realistic narration, dubbing films into different languages, or creating personalized audio messages. And the final frontier, video, is rapidly being conquered. Models like OpenAI's Sora have demonstrated the ability to generate high-definition, coherent video clips from a simple text prompt. Imagine a filmmaker being able to create a complex establishing shot of an alien planet without a massive CGI budget, or an educator generating an animated explanation of cellular mitosis just by describing it. This will revolutionize entertainment, advertising, and education, blurring the line between what is real and what is rendered. From the code that runs our apps to the music we listen to and the movies we watch, generative AI is not just an assistant, it's becoming an integral part of the creative process itself, augmenting human imagination on an unprecedented scale. Future of AI generation. We've seen the astonishing present, but the trajectory of this technology suggests that what we're experiencing now is merely the opening scene of a much grander play. The future of generative AI promises a world of hyper-personalization and accelerated discovery, but it also forces us to confront some of the most profound ethical challenges of our time. Looking ahead, the capabilities of these models will continue to expand in both depth and breadth. Imagine a world of truly personalized media. Instead of watching a movie with a fixed plot, the AI could generate a version where the story adapts to your emotional responses, detected through a webcam or biometric data. Your education could be delivered by an AI tutor that understands your exact learning style, generating custom lessons, examples, and practice problems that are perfectly suited to you. Therapeutic chatbots could offer personalized mental health support, available anytime, capable of generating conversations that are genuinely helpful and empathetic. In science and engineering, the impact could be even more transformative. Generative models are already being used to design new proteins and molecules, which could lead to breakthrough drugs and treatments for diseases that are currently incurable. They can generate designs for more efficient batteries, stronger and lighter materials for aerospace, or optimized layouts for semiconductor chips. By allowing scientists to rapidly generate and test novel hypotheses in a simulated environment, AI could dramatically accelerate the pace of scientific discovery, tackling humanity's biggest challenges, from climate change to disease. This path could eventually lead toward what some call artificial general intelligence, or AGI, an AI with human-like cognitive abilities across a wide range of tasks. While still speculative, the rapid progress in generative models is seen by many as a significant step in that direction. However, this powerful future is double-edged, and we must navigate its arrival with extreme caution. The same technology that can generate a beautiful piece of art can also generate highly realistic and convincing deepfakes. The potential for misuse in creating misinformation is staggering. Imagine political ads featuring a candidate saying something they never said, or fake video evidence being used to incite violence or social unrest. The erosion of our collective trust in what we see and hear is a significant threat to the stability of our societies. How do we function in a world where we can no longer believe our own eyes? This is a critical question we must answer. Then there is the tangled web of copyright and intellectual property. If an AI creates a song in the style of a famous artist, who owns it? Does the artist deserve compensation? What about the millions of artists whose work was used without their permission to train the AI model in the first place? These are not just legal questions, they are ethical ones about the nature of art, ownership, and inspiration. Lawsuits are already underway, and the outcomes will set precedents that will shape the creative industries for decades to come. We are in a gray area where the law has not yet caught up to the technology, and the rights of human creators hang in the balance. Furthermore, we cannot ignore the economic impact. While AI will undoubtedly create new jobs, such as prompt engineers and AI ethicists, it will also automate many tasks currently performed by humans. Graphic designers, copywriters, paralegals, and even entry-level coders may find the demand for their skills shifting dramatically. This isn't necessarily a dystopian future of mass unemployment, but it does signal a profound economic transition. It will require a massive societal effort in education and retraining to equip the workforce with the skills to collaborate with AI rather than compete against it. We must manage this transition carefully to avoid exacerbating inequality and to ensure the benefits of this technology are shared broadly. Finally, these models learn from data created by humans, and that data is riddled with our own biases. If not carefully curated and corrected, AI can perpetuate and even amplify harmful stereotypes about race, gender, and culture, embedding them into the very fabric of our new digital world. The path forward requires a delicate balance of fostering innovation while establishing robust ethical guardrails. It demands a global conversation involving technologists, policymakers, artists, and the public. The tools of creation are becoming more powerful than ever before. The future isn't just something we wait for, it's something we're all about to generate. The only question is, what will we choose to create?